everybody! Bagels Gaming here, welcome back to kind of World Tanks, but not really. So, as you can see on the screen, I'm sure you guys can recognize this from the current trend going on YouTube here. This is a tier list, and yeah, I need to fix this. This is the wrong colors. Clearly, this needs to be purple. There we go, purple. Change this to blue. Change this to green. Is this green? Yeah. Yellow, that's fine. This one's obviously orange. And F will be tomato. There we go. So, as you can tell, we do have a tier list here. And that's because I will be doing my own tier list effectively on the World Tanks maps. So, I have all the maps here. It took me about 2 hours to get the maps here individually because I couldn't find enough decent pictures that were similar looking to put them together and have them look relatively nice. So I just took screenshots in the game with the new map excluding thing. I took all this a couple screenshots, and then I had to use paint to separate all the maps to different things. So yeah. So let's begin. Of course, this is all alphabetical as well. So yeah, why not do this alphabetical? So I know the quality might not be the best, it's just because it's me and I'm using OBS horribly. I'm not a pro at this. So yeah, Abby, first map. Where do I think Abby should go? Abby, I mean, it's a pretty decent map. It's pretty well balanced, and oh, quick disclaimer, this one's just going to be my personal opinion on how fun I have with the maps and how much I enjoy the maps. So this is just based on me. I don't know if it's the same for you guys. Comment, let me know if there's anything that you disagree with my tier list at least. And, maybe we can have some discussion in the comment section. Abby, for me, I mean, I don't hate it. It's not like a bad map for me. I think it's pretty well balanced and all that stuff, so I think I'm going to put it in a comfortable A tier, because it's not my top favorites, but I don't hate it really, and I don't think it's an average map. I think it's really well balanced. Next map here, Airfield. I don't really... It's fun when I'm brawling, but I get artillery a lot, and the bushes are pretty annoying too. So for me personally, in terms of having fun, I think I'm gonna put this in C tier because it's hit or miss really, depending on the matchup. And yeah. Next map here, Cliff. How do I feel about Cliff? I do kind of like Cliff. I tend to go into the middle area, but other than that, I'm not 100% sure where I should put this. I think I'm gonna put it in A tier as well because I do quite enjoy Cliff, to be honest. El Halouf. I like El Halouf a lot. I think it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But the gameplay is really constricted to that one spot in the north, and then TDs just blast you if you go anywhere else. And even still, the north isn't very fun. So I'm gonna have to put this in a C tier because I do like the whole stuff with it. Empire's Border. Okay, so this might be a bit weird because I do hear a lot about people not liking Empire's Border. Now, I think it's relatively nice. Of course, I'd prefer to have Sacred Valley back because Sacred Valley's got a special place in my heart. That's wow. I love Sacred Valley so much. But I mean, in terms of gameplay and having fun on the map, I've actually enjoyed playing on Empire's Border because I can brawl, I can also avoid artillery while brawling people, and then there's also the little sniper shootout area towards the northeast that I can also take too. I'm gonna give this, I mean, it doesn't look that great, it's also pretty dark, which I don't like, so I'm just gonna put that in B tier. Next up here is Ensk. Now, Ensk is a really old map, so I've played on this for years. Just about every year that I've played World Tanks, and I've played for about 7 years. So, Ensk already, you know, that's minimum B tier. But in terms of gameplay, like, the brawling is okay in the city. There's lots of flanks and stuff. I think I will give it B tier. Next, Erlenberg. Okay, so... Oh, this one's really hard. Okay, so Erlenberg, you know, it's the classic Durbanberg. It's near and dear to my heart because of the memes. Gameplay-wise, I tend to always fight in the middle. When I fight on the sides, it's just really hard. Fighting on the western flank, the 1, 2, 3 lines, it's really boring for me because everybody's always just blind. I can only get a little bit of shots into town, which I like because when I'm brawling in town, I don't like getting sniped by a bunch of campers. But, I mean, I really just don't enjoy this map that much. So I'm going to have to put that in D tier. That's going to be our first D tier. Fisherman's Bay, that's going to be an F tier for me because, so, there's too many bushes on this map in the middle. People just, if your team has view range and you go in the middle, you'll win. If your team doesn't have as good a view range as the enemy team, then they'll just outspot you. Heavies can't do anything in city because there's all the shoot-throughs, and there's the stupid bushes, so it becomes this camping fest. It's not a brawl. It's not a brawl if you're 150 meters away sniping at each other. So it's not fun for me. And one team has to like risk it all, get to the other side, and then they tend to die. So I don't have fun in my heavy tanks here. Medium tanks, always get spotted and get hit by TDs camping in the back. It's so hard to push a flank on this map. You can't solo push. It's really hard on this map in general, and I just, really, it's the map that I excluded right when we got the opportunity. So, yeah, F tier for me. Fjords, I enjoy the brawl at the bottom and north of the map. So south and north, great brawl. Middle, the brawl is okay. You can get flanked, which I do think is okay. It's pretty balanced. The hill is kind of, it's high risk, high reward. I don't like the fact that there's so much camping areas. Like, the camping areas, they provide shots into all the brawling areas, which does not make it as fun. So, I don't know about that. So, we're going to put this in a C tier. Ghost Town. Okay, I've been playing Ghost Town, not as much as I would like, so I don't have that much of a good feel of Ghost Town. But right now, I am enjoying it. In light tanks, I have a few bushes that I like to use. And in my heavy tanks, I don't know. I don't really tend to do too well in heavy tanks. So I'm going to have to put this one in C tier as well. Glacier. Okay. Glacier, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful map. I have to say, it's very beautiful. I love the aesthetics. But, okay, the brawl in the heavy area, it's too long range for a brawl. It's really hard to flank because by the time you get there, you've already lost, like, a lot of health from people who spot you instantly from the middle. You go down to the southeast, it's just super hard brawling there. I mean, brawling is nice, but then there's you don't die from the brawl. You don't, like, lose to player skill in, like, angling and side scraping and timing. You lose to people who are camping and sniping. This whole map is just camping and sniping. So, D tier. Which is a shame because both of these maps are winter maps, and I do love the winter stuff because I just think it adds more variety to the game. Because look at it, it's all green, 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 green. And then a few white maps. Highway, okay, I love the brawl in the city. I love the brawl. I do think there could be work done for pushing into bases. So, the southwestern team, they can easily take the northwest. The northeastern team can easily take the southeast. But then it just becomes a camping fest, just like Prokhorovka. And, not Prokhorovka. No, just like Old Provence, which is really annoying because camping sucks, especially when you're in a slow heavy tank. So like after I've had my like 2 minutes of fun brawling and destroying the enemy noob heavies, then I just have to sit there and wait for somebody to spot, because if I go out, I just get wrecked by TDs. So Highway D. Himmelsdorf is a great map. There's medium tanks can play up at the top. Light tanks can do some spotting. And there's like fancy areas where you can like flank. I do love flanking my light tanks. I go for damage in my bad chat 12T, and I think it's a pretty good map. I'm gonna give it A tier. Corellia has always been one of the favorites of mine, but in terms of gameplay, I feel it's very hard to do well because it's very, very campy as well. So I'm just gonna give this one C tier. Lakeville, I like how there's options. You know, you have options on this map, but to be honest, the shoot-throughs are kind of annoying, especially since it's an unbalance. There's an unbalance between the shoot-throughs where it's easier from the north to snipe in at people who are being aggressive in the city, and it's harder to. It's also easier to snipe people from the southern end, from people who are in the valley. But you know, if one team pushes the side that they're strongest in, well, then you just get a camp fest, because once again, there's that just kill zone that you can't cross. It's really hard. So for Lakeville, I mean, I do love the mountain and stuff. I think it's a cool map, but honestly, I think I'm gonna have to put it in D tier. Live Oaks. Okay, so this one's hard. TDs camp, and it makes it really hard to have fun in the city, because then you just get blasted for, you know, being on the front lines, brawling, having fun. The south is just so important to the map that everyone has to go there, even if you suck. Like, your tank doesn't really work well with the south. You just have to go there, because really, if you lose the tracks, then you just get sniped anyways, because there's always that kill zone, like I said. So for Live Oaks, as much as I love it, I think it's a cool map, but I'm gonna have to put it in F tier, because the city just can't do anything, and late game it's so hard to do anything unless you take the one spot that actually matters, or if you get lucky and you raffle through everybody. Malinovka, really there's only one place you can go, and that's the hill. Until late game, it's so hard to really do anything else. So if you take the hill, you basically win the game, because the enemy team just camps off, and you can go down and spot them. Malinovka is going to be D tier. Mannerheim Line. Okay, I love the brawls. I think the sniping is okay. The spotting, there's an okay enough bushes to spot. I really like Mannerheim Line. Visually, it's beautiful too. That's going to have to be our first S tier. Mines. Okay, so I think it's beautiful for low tiers. Very beautiful for low tiers. And I enjoy playing it with my mid to low tiers. But you can see this map with high tiers, and I think it's too small. It's just too small. You can't flank because you get spotted, and you can't go hill, because if one tank goes hill, then yeah, that's what happens. So you just can't make it work. So Mines, for now, is going to have to be an F tier because of the matchmaking spread for it. Next map will be Minsk. Okay, Minsk, I think they got it backwards. The heavy tanks end up doing a mid-range sniping with each other, which I don't like. The medium tank area, it's nicer brawling, but there's very easy shots from the middle, which I think detracts from the brawling on the western side. And it's not as campy, but it's still pretty campy, so I'm going to give it B tier. I like it. It's a very nice map. Mountain Pass. Okay, this one's difficult because I love it when I get to brawl, And then I hate it when I hate the spotting there. The spotting there is it's a bit broken, right? It's honestly a little bit broken. So Ice Road, you know, it kind of sucks. You can't really do anything because it takes you so long to get to their enemy base. It's really hard to get to the position in the southwest from the south team. So it's really hard. It's pretty campy as well, but I do kind of like it, so I'm going to put it in C tier. Mrovanka, okay, Forest has okay brawling. West Side had okay brawling, but now everybody just camps in the back and snipes you every time you poke. Middle, it's not very viable because you get sniped by people in the back and in the forest, or YOLO'd by random mediums and light tanks. Mrovanka, it's gonna have to be a D. Overlord, okay, so if you go beach, you have a pretty cool brawl, but you lose the game. If you go to the east, that's really the best flank on this map. If you win that, you'll win this map, really, most times out of 10. But it kind of sucks for heavy tanks because the TDs camp in the back. Really, any brawling spot kind of just sucks if you're in a heavy tank because you're slow and whatever, and TDs just sit in the back spamming premium. So Overlord, I mean, great map and all, but I'm gonna have to give it D. Paris, F. It's absolutely horrible playing on this map. I can't brawl without getting sniped in the side or rear because the map just sucks. Horrible. So small. Perhaps if it's like, you know, tier 5 and below, that'd be better, I think. But it's just such a campy map. Nobody likes pushing up. You move a little bit, you get wrecked. Yeah. Paris is F tier for me. Pilsen, I kind of like it. There's the brawl aspect. There's also some sniping, and then you can really infiltrate. I'm going to give this one a B tier, actually. Prokhorovka, I kind of like it, but I also don't like it at the same time, mostly because everyone just camps, and you get snipes from everywhere. But when I get a really good hill brawl, and I'm uninterrupted, or I'm in the middle doing a brawl in this town, because sometimes that's possible, I do have fun. So I'm going to give this B tier. I think it has potential. Light tanks and medium tanks are pretty fun on it, but, you know, it's really hard. It's, once again, with that map, it's going to be hit or miss. Next map is Provence. Okay. I still don't like all the sniping, camping stuff. You get a little bit of brawl at the start of the match because everybody rushes in to spots, but then you just get sniped or picked off by artillery because it's a campy corridor map. So I'm gonna have to give this one a C. Redshire, okay, I love the brawls. There's sniping if you get into the right positions, and then there's also the good spotting opportunities, and you can brawl on multiple sides. You can brawl on any of the 3 sides with your heavy tanks with, you know, relative comfort, as long as you know what you're doing and with your positioning and paying attention to your map. So I'm going to have to actually put Redshire in S tier because I do love it that much. Erlenberg, I'm going to have to give it a B tier. There's not really much to say. Brawling is good in the city. A bit too many bushes on the field area, I would say, but artillery kind of suck on this map too. I mean, like, getting hit by artillery in this town where you'd expect to be safe. So, yeah. So, we'll give it B tier, though. Sand River, okay, this one has so much potential, because the north has an okay brawl. The middle, the riverbed there in the middle, had so much potential. Like, before, you may not know this if you're newer to World of Tanks, or if you might have forgotten, but it used to be full of water, and so nobody could go there, or you just drown. And you couldn't even really go in there anyways. But they made this good brawl opportunity, but now it's just, it kind of sucks. I feel like they should like wall it off a bit more so TDs can't shoot into it, because it's really the only heavy, super heavy, like slow, heavy brawl area on this map, to be honest. Because really, medium tanks and light tanks play up in the north. TDs all camp in the south with maybe some medium tanks flanking, and I think that's how it should be. It should be like a flank to the south where you're risking yourself in front of TDs to get flank shots into the heavies in the middle of the riverbed. But, so, it's very unenjoyable in a heavy tank, unless your heavy tank has the ability to snipe or something, or is very fast, which, you know, that's a select amount of heavies. But I do like the map, so I'm just going to give it a C tier. Serene Coast, the brawls are meh. The sniping is annoying. Light tanks, it's kind of fun actually. Medium tanks, pretty okay. Heavy tanks, not very fun. Artillery tends to have a good time on this map. I'm gonna give this one a D. Siegfried Line. Okay, Siegfried Line. There's so the medium tanks can brawl on this map pretty well. Light tanks can play out in the field, or they can like do some flanking in the city as well. Siegfried Line's got to be S tier for me. I just think it's really nice. What is that? What is that? Steps? Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, because the font is much smaller for me, so I'm just going based off of the looks. I didn't recognize that first thing there. So steps. Okay, steps. They used to be very nice for heavy tank brawling in the southwest, but I found it very hard to brawl there, and I have to go up to the northeast. However, there's too many bushes there that teams just camp. Like, the TDs and mediums just camp there, and you can't really get a good brawl. And the southwest is just so hard to brawl there because the artillery, just so much artillery and premium spamming there. And TDs, you know, it's just really annoying. But I will say it's more fun than most of these other maps. They're in F tier, so I'm not going to put it in F tier. I'm probably going to put it in D tier. Studzianki, honestly, gameplay-wise and fun-wise, I haven't had very much fun on it. Medium tanks is so hard because a fast heavy tank will just YOLO you. Heavy tanks that are slow, it's, you just camp there until either your team flanks or the enemy team flanks and you die or you live. Yeah, not very fun. Light tanks, they have an okay time, but meh. Tundra, okay, this map is pretty cool for brawling. If there's no artillery, it's pretty fun. They do brawl for the hill, that's okay. I kind of like this map. I'm going to give it A tier. Westfield, okay, now if there's no artillery and there's very few TDs, or not that many TDs at least, I feel I would put this in A tier. But generally there's always artillery and you can't have fun in a heavy tank, especially if you spawn at the bottom of the hill, which sometimes for some reason the game spawns your super heavy at the bottom of the hill and you have to climb up one of two hills. It's not that great, so I'm gonna have to put it in a, I'm actually gonna, cause like Town 2, there's just so many snipe throughs there as well. I'm gonna have to put it in F tier actually right now. No, I'm not gonna put it in F tier. I'm putting it in C tier, and I'm gonna put Wide Park in F tier because Wide Park absolutely sucks. Okay, why does Wide Park suck? Wide Park sucks because it goes up to like tier 6. Sure, tier 6 is mid-tier, but this should be specifically low tier. Tier 4 and under. No tier 5 should meet this because tier 5s have 400 meters view range with maxed out tanks, and most people, they'll get their tier 5 maxed out because it's a fun tank and they make credits that way if you're free to play. This map should not be for tier 5 or 6. This map sucks. You know, it's basically giving out free patrol duties. Is it patrol duty? No, it's scout medals, which is annoying because it's spot 9 people. Generally, that's hard, but not on this map. Yeah. So this video is getting pretty long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is my tier list, as you guys can see here. You guys can look at it a bit more. That is my tier list of the maps, just based on how I feel about them. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, or let me know some way. If you'd like to see more tier lists, I'll probably do one for like how much fun it is to play like certain classes of vehicle, like artillery, light tank, medium tank, heavy, super heavy as well. So yeah, I'm going to probably do that. Subscribe if you want to see more of that and like keep up to it. If you are also a content creator and you'd like to use my tier list of maps for your own video, all I ask is that you give me a shout out, because I'm close to 100 subs, so I'd love to get to 100 subs. That would be amazing. Link to the tier list will be in the description down below, along with my Patreon, my Discord, which you can see right there, my Twitch link, my DLive link, all that good stuff. So if you're interested in that, please check that out. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Beos Gaming here. Peace out.
You don't talk, baby. I wait.